Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating mini slimline trifold cards using the Looking Glass dies from Hero Arts. The Looking Glass dies are a great way to layer up images to create a cute little scene, and I thought the best way to showcase them would be in a trifold card. I have 3 scenes that I will be creating for you today, and these are using products out of the Spring 2022 catalog from Hero Arts. First, I want to show you some of the dies that I will be using today. I have mine on a large magnet sheet. I'm going to be using the Looking Glass Lily Pond, which is the set on the left-hand side of this magnet sheet. I'm also going to be using the Looking Glass Bee and Flower, and also the Bird on a Branch. Then we also have some new frames for our looking glass. I'll be using the fine art frame, which is in the top right. And I thought I would use this looking glass set. This was actually released in February. I didn't end up using them, but they are really cool and would also be fun for this trifold design. I'm starting with a piece of white cardstock. This is 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to trim it to 9 3/8 by 6 inches. I'm going to cut multiples of these so I have them ready on hand. You could also trim these out of a colored cardstock or even pattern paper if you prefer, but I just found white to be really easy to get started. And by starting with white cardstock, I can color my die cut images however I want and in whatever color I would prefer. Now that I have a few panels trimmed out, I'm putting this onto my scoreboard and I am going to score at 3 1/8 and then 6 1/4. I will do that to the other 2 pieces that I'm also going to be using today, and then I'm going to fold these. So this is where the trifold is. I folded one side in, reinforced that fold with my bone folder, and then flip that over and fold it in the other panel. Now when these fold together to create that trifold, it's not going to fold together very nice at first. So what I like to do is take this over to my paper trimmer and just trim off on one end just a sliver of cardstock. You don't need a lot, and then it's going to close a lot nicer. You just always want to remember that the panel you trimmed that little sliver of a piece off of is the one that goes folded to the inside. Next, I'm bringing in my A2 alignment tool. So this is a stencil that is mainly used for A2 cards, but I'm kind of adjusting it or modifying it to fit my mini slimline. I placed this alignment tool over the front of my card, centered that square as best as I could, and now I'm taking some Post-it tape and I'm kind of framing where my card base is. This is going to help me so I can always line this square up perfectly on the rest of my panels. Now I'm bringing in this first layer, which is the bee from the Looking Glass Bee and Flower, and I held that down with that low tack tape, and then I could remove that alignment tool. Now I'm moving on to the inside panel, so this is the flap that's folding in. I brought in my alignment tool, lined it up with that frame that I created, held that down a little bit at the bottom, and now I'm bringing in my second layer, which is the leaves, and I'm going to line that up in the center of this stencil. Hold that down with that low tack tape and then carefully remove my alignment tool. I'll show this a few more times in the video. Then you want to make sure you open up your trifold card all the way before running this through the die cut machine. So now we have 2 panels with these windows die cut out. Once you fold it in, you can see how that's going to layer together. Now this also has another panel to it. This is going to cut the flower. And I'm going to figure out about where I would want that flower to be. And I'm going to die cut it from a separate piece of white cardstock. This is actually the scratch cardstock from when I trimmed my large piece of cardstock down for my trifold panels. So I held that down, ran it through the die cut machine, and now I'm going to trim it out using an infinity square. I just found a size that fit best with my flower. Now I can work on coloring these die cut images. You can leave them white if you prefer, and some images look really great in white. I decided to use my Copic markers to do a little coloring, starting with the bee where I did black, white, and then a blue for the wings. Now, later on in the video, I will be doing some ink blending to the images, which is really quick and easy. Sometimes, for instance, like this detailed bee, I just found the Copic markers worked really well. Now I moved on to the leaves and I'm opening up my flaps because I don't want this ink seeping through to the panels underneath, and I'm coloring on top of a piece of scratch cardstock. I also took my Copic markers and I traced along the line where my border is, or where the edge of that window is going to be, to just make it look really finished. So you can use any color medium that you are comfortable with. I think with the Copic markers, it looks really neat because after the ink kind of sinks into the cardstock, it's picking up the detail of the dies. For instance, the bee, when I show an up close picture, it almost looks fuzzy. It looks like a cute little fuzzy bee. So I love how that picks up that texture that the die is leaving. Now for my sunflower, I took my darkest color. I have a 3-color combo here. I took the darkest color and I pretty much outlined the petals and then just blended that out with the remaining markers that I have. This is also one of the reasons why I thought it best to start with white cardstock, is because I can color on top of it. I can always add colored cardstock to the front later, and I will be sharing some tips that I discovered along the way and even after I was done filming the video. So after I have everything colored in, I kind of place this behind the window that it's going to be, just to get an idea how it's going to look. And I'll just hold that there temporarily with low tack tape. And then I can fold my trifold together to get a good idea. So for attaching this one, I am just adding a little bit of liquid glue to that frame. And then using my tweezers, I'm going to place this behind my leaves. Now, some people probably want a finished look to the back of this. I am okay with showing where my Copic coloring is. I think it just adds a little bit more character, and as the saying goes, it's handmade, not Hallmark. So I love that it's showing that work behind as well. Just be sure that when you're using liquid glue to attach that, nothing has seeped out or you clean it up so that it doesn't glue your card shut. For the inside of the card, I'm going to add some clouds here with the Grass and Clouds stencil from Hero Arts, just using a light blue and a blending brush. This just adds a little bit of subtle detail behind my window. Then I can open up my card and I placed it in my Misty tool, and I am going to stamp a sentiment on the front of this card. So I picked one and I'm lining that up on the front, picked that up with the door of my Misty, and because my panel is so open, I made sure to really clean the door of my Misty. I don't want to transfer any ink to this. Then I inked it up with the Intens-ified black ink, and I did stamp it twice to make sure I just had a really nice black impression. So that finishes off the first card, and I think these are so cute and really fun and easy to make. So this will open up to the sunflowers in the inside, and then you can put your message in the middle. I didn't write anything. I like to keep my cards kind of plain in the inside and then write the message that I need when the time comes. I'm moving on to my second card, which is using the Looking Glass Bird on a Branch. I used my template to line up the first layer on the front of the card, and then I can move on to that inside panel and line that second one up as well. This is the bird. And now I thought I'd show you how I die cut. Now my die cutting plates are pretty cut up right now. And when I open up this trifold card, it's leaving kind of those cut marks or scratch marks on the inside of my card. So I placed a piece of copy paper underneath my card front. Now I placed my cutting plate only over one of the windows because this isn't quite, my plates aren't big enough to do both. So I just did one at a time. So just remember that when you're die cutting, it's only going to cut out where your two plates are going through the machine. Whatever is past your top plate will not cut. Then I can open this up. You can see we have the 2 layers of our window dies so far. And now I'm going to die cut that third layer, which is going to be the flowers. And I'm using that out of Peony cardstock, I believe it is. And then also used another square infinity die to cut that out in a frame. This time I'm going to color my die cut images with some ink blending. Now I did take Post-it tape and I masked off the entire area around it because I didn't want to get ink all over the front of my card. I only wanted it on the die cut pieces. So I did the leaves in a green. I believe it was Green Hills Reactive ink. And then I have the bird on a branch. So this one I had to really get creative with my masking because I wanted the green for the leaves, but I wanted a blue for the bird. And same thing for the flowers for that third piece that I die cut out, except this one I did in a pink. Now to line this one up in the center of my card, I'm using that alignment tool again, and I'm placing this inside of that frame or that open area. Then I'm going to just kind of hold it down with a low tack tape, remove that grid, and then I'm going to try and attach it this way behind my window. So all of my trifold cards, that third layer is getting attached behind my second layer. And like I said earlier, if you're wanting more of a clean look behind that panel, you could always maybe add an additional piece of cardstock, but I was really trying to eliminate bulk, and I'm okay with how this looks when you open up the flap. I'm going to add a frame to the front of my card using the new Fine Art Frame die, and I'm going to die cut it out of matte gold cardstock. Before I get that attached, I'm going to add a sentiment, and I'm using one from the Artichoke Blooms stamp set. I think it's a beautiful font, and there's some really good sentiments on there. This time, I'm using a transparency grid to help me line up my sentiments straight on the front of that panel. Then I'll once again ink it up with the black Intens-ified ink and stamp that down, just being really careful that I didn't transfer any ink onto the door of my MISTI so that I don't get any on my card front. So to finish this card up, I just took a dot runner and added it behind my frame that I'm going to place over my window on the front of my card. So that finishes up card number 2. Now this might look different than the pictures that you saw at the beginning, and I will explain those towards the end of the video. There's things that happen that you just don't think of right away, and then you have to go back and add them. Now my third and last card is featuring the Looking Glass Lily Pond. I really could have gone on for days with these Looking Glass dies. I love the hot air balloons. That is in a previous release. They're just really neat, and I think they give the cutest little scenes. So I repeated all the same steps. Here I'm just doing the ink blending, adding a little bit of green to those lily pads and some purple to my dragonfly. A lot of times I didn't even ink up my brushes. I just used whatever was left on the brush from a previous time. The only thing I really did different is I ink blended in the center panel. So this is the part where the sentiment would go. I started with, I believe this is splash ink that I blended down. Now, if you want to write a message, you're going to want to leave some white space down towards the bottom. Now at the very top, I came in with navy to just add quite a bit of contrast. And this is going to show kind of the water that's going to be behind the scene. Now this time I used that same frame and die cut it out of silver matte cardstock and added it to the front. Now this time I was a little bit off when doing my lining up. I think I bumped my template a little bit. So I was just a little more careful about placing that frame on the top and then coming into the inside of the card and removing any excess adhesive that might be there. This one I finished off with a sentiment from the stamp set, Flowers in a Vase. So all through of these cards, I felt like I was missing something. I wanted to add color to this so bad. And after much trimming down and measuring, I was able to add a panel of cardstock behind my trifold card. So it's the base, and then I can open up my card. Everything still opens up, and it still fits into a mini slimline envelope. Now, I believe I'll have to post the measurements at the top of the video. I don't remember right offhand what the measurement is of that colored cardstock piece, but I was so happy. I don't know why I didn't think of this to begin with, but it just adds a little bit more touch, and I was able to kind of personalize the colors. This one, I have a green cardstock base to match the green of my coloring that I did. Now, one other idea I had after the fact was that if you want to use stencils or background stamps, which are typically 6x6 and didn't quite fit my measurements that I did today, if you wanted to use a background stamp, you just need to trim your panel down a little bit smaller. So instead of 6 inches, which is what mine were, you could trim it down to 5 3/4, and then that way you could do some background stamping on there. So I had that after the fact, after I finished my video. So I hope this video has inspired you to try out the Looking Glass dies from Hero Arts, and also give it a try with this trifold design. I think you will really enjoy it. I will have all of the supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well, along with pictures that you can save for reference later. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Here are a few more videos I think you may enjoy. Have a great day.